Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the First 15. Yes, that's right. It is a Thursday episode for a change, as crazy as that is. So welcome everybody to this week's episode of the First 15. If you are new to the show, coming by, watching for the first time, thank you so much for coming by and hanging out and spending your Thursday evening here. If you are a returning viewer, I already see Stacy and Glenn in the chat. Thank you guys for coming by and hanging out again on a Thursday night. I know it's crazy. It's like we never do this anymore. So we're diving into it. If you are new to the show and you're not sure exactly what's going on, well, it's a pretty simple concept. I don't understand why you don't already know what it is, but I will explain it to you. Basically, every week I sit down with a handful of games that I've never played for, usually 3, and I play each one of them for just 15 minutes. That's right, just 15 minutes. I don't play for 14, I don't play for 16, but I sometimes play for 15 minutes and 24 seconds, because sometimes a game is just worth it. But generally, it's 15 minutes. And after that, we like to sit on it. We like to talk about it. We discuss the things we did like, things we didn't like, whether that be game mechanics, art, music, graphics, whatever the situation may be, controls. And we get an idea of the game, and then we take it to the tier list. That's right. The beautiful scientific tier list that you see next to me that has evolved over time, with ratings as high as 15 hours, please. 1.5 hours for sure. 15 more minutes. 15 minutes was enough. And 15 minutes too long. Luckily, we haven't had too many stinkers this season. That's right. We are on season 7, or we are on sorry, I almost said we were on season 8. No, we are on season 7. That's right, we are on season 7. And not only are we on season 7, but this is actually the season 7 finale of the First 15. So you are here on a monumentous day. So glad that you were able to come by. I don't know why this panel is not coming up. Give me just a second here. Yes. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Sorry. So yes, as I said, this is the season 7 finale episode. As you can tell, this is a very well-crafted media expenditure. No expenses spared on our graphics and art. These are obviously not cobbled together literally as I was saying all of that. So yes, this is the First 15 season 7 finale episode. We will be stepping into season 8 next week, to go from episodes 144 all the way up to 160. But we got to get through episode 140 first, because that is what tonight is. And what tonight is, we will be playing Star Renegades, Kingdom 2 Crowns, and Zenge. I don't know how the last one's pronounced. Now, just as a reminder for these 3 games tonight, much like last week, 2 of the games we are playing tonight, Jesus Christ, were developed by published by Raw Fury, and we actually played Kingdom 80s last week. So we are going to be checking out Kingdom 2 Crowns, which is in the same family of games. There's a game series called Kingdom, and it's like a side-scrolly kind of, you know, adventure resource management game. I don't actually normally do this. I don't normally play two games that are like the same thing essentially, but I played the first Kingdom game and I was very curious to see how the 80s game compared to it, and I never actually got to play Two Crowns, so I'm very curious to see how they compare. So we are going to check that out. But Zenge, or Zeng, whatever it is not published by Raw, so Raw Fury, so we will check out and see what it is. As always with the show, I've never played these games. I barely even look at their descriptions. The most I really look at oftentimes is their art, and that's about it. So we are going to go ahead and jump into our first game of the night. Oh, actually, no, we're not just yet. I almost forgot about this. So every week here on the stream, we do a giveaway for a game. So if you are ever in the want for trying to win a free game, you can do so once a week here in the stream, and it's super simple. You go to keltscorner.com. There'll be a button that says join the game giveaway, and all you do is you click that. It takes you over to my Discord. Click the red confetti button at the bottom of the giveaways channel, and that will enter you. Today we are giving away a copy of Grime. It's a Metroidvania that's like kind of like horror space themed. We played it actually on the stream before. I'm not a huge fan of Metroidvania games, so I wasn't a huge fan of it, but hey, that's my own opinion. Before we get into things tonight, speaking of Metroidvania games, I actually want to talk about one real quick. So I was telling Glenn about this at work the other day. But not only did I recently play a Metroidvania game, I actually beat a Metroidvania game, as insane as it might sound to hear that. So I actually played this game that you see here on the stream just the other day. It was a very short game. It's called Ascent DX. It's kind of a it's like an old school, almost like how can I describe it? Like a Game Boy game. It is 64 by 64 pixels. As you can see in the art, like you just kind of go screen by screen, but you have to get like different power-ups and abilities to get further into the game. But I legitimately played through this whole game. It took like, yeah, it is absolutely free. So if you do wanna snag this for yourself, here's the link. It takes about 20 minutes to play, and it was, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I mainly played it because I wanted to play it on my Flip 2, and it was kind of endearing to play a game like that on, you know, a handheld. But yeah, it was really fun. It was really cool. And like I said, it only took about 20 minutes. As you can see, I didn't even put a full hour into it, and I was able to beat it. So yeah, if you like Metroidvania games, check it out. This one just came out this year. It was a little earlier this year, but it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with it. So, but we're going to go ahead and jump into our first game of the night, which is Star Renegades. I'm going to take a bite of my pizza. Oh my. Oh, is this a Superman story? Planets at War? Goku? And now you're a superhero? Alright, I'm not gonna lie. I don't normally watch the opening cutscenes, and I am sort of letting this play out because I am eating my dinner. This one's a cool, like, anime style. Fucking bots. Oh. She alive. This is giving me pain vibes from Naruto. Jiraiya's old student. Like, I find him and he's like hooked up to machines and stuff. That's sick. Smash that liberty-hating toaster. Is it mouse and keyboard? Oh, I was about to say, wait, why isn't my controller turned on? Yeah. All right. I do only have so much patience for cutscenes. We're gonna go ahead and start the timer. Win, answer me. Let me know if you're alive. Win Cyphix. Davian Cyphix. Plan over and out. Do I have control now? Oh, look at that. Oh, shit. Okay. No, this is probably better on mouse and keyboard. You know, sure, these raiders from another dimension just destroyed Armada, but I think we should hear out what they plan to do post-occupation. Maybe they're into low taxes and grinding the poor into dust. That's some policy I could get behind. What the fuck? Oh. Okay. Shields, health, armor. Holy shit. This is an interesting style of turn-based combat. Hit just before they can execute their action. Nice. Okay. Hell yeah. Titan hand?
Bobo, no.
Lay down. Holy shit. The Imperium will make you burn. Oh shit. Holy shit. Oh my god! Attacks have a core damage type. They're light, normal, heavy, flurry, AoE, counter, and combo. Weak versus light attacks. Okay. And weak against normal. Holy shit. I know this was... I gotta say, so far, for it being a, you know, tactical RPG, like turn-based RPG, it's not bad. Oh. What the fuck? No! Wow. Your life, it is nothing, sounds like dad. Jesus Christ. Okay. It's magnified defense versus health damage, blocked by shields and armor. Weak versus heavy attacks, resist light attacks. Okay. So let's do some heavy attacks. Laser eyes. Combo. Heroes generate fury by landing crits and breaks. Okay. Blade throw and slash. Damn. I feel like I want to defend. Jesus Christ. I definitely did not call. Temporary setback. Mother shall soon have good victory. Oh shit. Do not call. Only once you, Devion Syphix. I give you an American Pope and you won't even call. Jesus Christ. Oh, here we go. We got the combo. Fuck yeah. We're gonna get fucked. That literally did nothing damage-wise. Jesus. So what? You just resist nothing. Oh my god. Oh, they're dead. And they're retreating. I finished the tutorial, part 1. Turn is where you can. Oh, wait, what? Dude, does this have a nemesis system? They're not allowed. I'm not saying that they shouldn't. But like legally, this is a. Are they allowed? That's what I mean. That's trademarked. They're not allowed to use an adversary system. Holy shit! That's what that felt like. I'm very curious of how that plays out, actually. Yeah, the fact that that whole situation. In fact, Glenn and I were actually just talking about it tonight. It's ridiculous that Warner Brothers still has that trademark and they won't let other people use it, even though they're not doing anything with it. Is this robot's name Justin? It said like J5TIN. Robo Jesus. Yeah, look. That's definitely like JSTIN, Justin. And the fact that you're doing like a, you know, dogs barking and fucking Navi over here. That is a lot of fire. Oh, man, it was... He won't catch me. So this robot just appears out of a fucking portal and nobody's like approaching it, saying anything about it, even acknowledging me. Why can't I get in there? There we go. No, I guess it's just whatever. I'm you and you're me. We're from different realities. The council calls seeking your brilliant... Jesus Christ. Alright. Hey, I finished part 2 of the tutorial. So is the, like, I mean, I guess the general gameplay is just like going in and trying to defeat these guys. Okay. Can I quote you as calling me a team-killing fucktard? I mean, yeah, you are. Come on, try to back out this. Come on, let me back out of here. Okay, there we go. All right, so that was the first 15 of Star Renegades, which is described on its Steam page as a dimension-spanning roguelike strategy RPG. Outsmart uniquely generated adversaries, forge bond between heroes, and end the cycle. That was actually kind of interesting. I'm not usually into turn-based games. I just kind of find like the action a little boring, you know. Never really gotten into like Final Fantasy, except for the one where like you're actively fighting. But no, I enjoyed that. I actually was having fun with that. I'd be curious to see what more it has, and I'm also very interested in the other characters, because obviously in that art you can see we have the main character, and then there's like a robot. They look like a robot with like almost like a turban or a scarf on. If only they have an active battle system. Yeah, I mean, I like, you know, I like pressing a button and seeing my sword swing. That's actually why I didn't like a lot of the older Dragon Ages, but kind of why I vibed with Vanguard. But no, that was cool. I like the pixel art. I mean, I really like the graphics. Gameplay was at least solid, and the story was somewhat interesting to, you know, jump into. I mean, you know, it feels appropriate for what it was. So I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm gonna give that 15 more minutes. Yeah, I can't say that I'm gonna, you know, put hours into it, even an hour and a half. But I would be interested to like play the next level and just kind of see like what the core gameplay element is. Because that's here's the thing. Like, and I'm kind of like, I'm gonna kind of like stand by a soapbox for a minute, not necessarily on one. I don't have like a message to call out or anything. I feel like a lot of times the word roguelike or roguelite even is just thrown out there. You know, I feel like so often I look at, you know, I look at game titles and descriptions and stuff, and I see, you know, oh, it's a roguelike, it's an action roguelike. And all that ends up meaning is that, you know, it's any game, it's anything that is a game where when you die, you have to start over. And if it's a light, L-I-T-E, you sometimes get like a resource that allows you to get better in the future. And if it's a roguelike, you generally have to start over with only your knowledge and skill getting better in the game. But it's like, at least personally, I feel that the concept of like a roguelike was a very specific kind of game in a way, and it feels like it's just being tacked on to stuff, you know. Like, you could argue that Super Meat Boy is a roguelike because as you play through the level, if you die, you have to start over. You could argue, if somebody was marketing Super Meat Boy nowadays, you could say, oh, it's a roguelike platformer. Another aspect is that it's supposed to be randomized. The game Rogue was random every time you went into it. The map was different, items were different, and the enemies were different, NPCs were different. And so it's like everything's supposed to be procedurally generated to a degree. So it's kind of like, you know, if every time you play through it, it's a little bit different, it's a little bit random. So obviously that would mean Super Meat Boy wasn't. But I don't know, I feel like I see roguelikes so often. And the reason why I'm kind of like harping on this in a way, because action adventure roguelikes are my favorite genre of game, hands down. Like, the games that I play most often, that I like dig myself into, are action roguelikes. And I just feel like they, kind of like Stacy said there, they're getting diluted, you know. And if I say action roguelike, I hope to God you think of like Hades, okay? Because that is exactly like what I think of as an action roguelike. And there's just there, you know, or Risk of Rain, Risk of Rain or Binding of Isaac, you know, those are games that I feel are like core to that idea. But arguably, Vampire Survivors is technically a roguelike, even though it's its own genre, you know? Like, there's literally a genre called Survivor games because of Vampire Survivor. And in fact, on Humble Bundle, there is right now an entire bundle of Survivor games with Vampire Survivor as the, as the thing. Halo 3 is a rogue. Halo 3 is not a roguelike because it doesn't have like a random replayable, thing. But it's just one of those things, it's, I don't know. Like I said, when I look at Star Renegades, I obviously only played 15 minutes, and that's just kind of the, the reality of the situation. But if it was if the rest of that game is like every time you go in to fight an enemy, the level's different, the monsters are different and stuff like that, then okay, cool, that is roguelike. But I just kind of, I feel like I said, I feel like Stacy hit got the right word. It's being diluted. Vampire Survivor is an automatic shooting survival game, an ass game, if you will. That is it. That is what I am going with from now on. And in fact, recently, I have been playing a lot of Soulstone Survivors. I've put 30 hours into Soulstone Survivors. That's an ass game. That's definitely an ass game. So, Jesus Christ, that's amazing. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and jump into our second game of the night. Kingdom 2 Crowns. Kel's a bit of an ass man, eh? I mean, hey, I'm not gonna lie. I do like myself a nice ass. Vampire Survivor, Soulstone Survivor. There's a new Odin one. There's like a whatchamacallit? I can't think of the word. Norse. There's a Norse one. Donkey from Shrek. He's an ass man. He's an ass, man. What is this? Oh! That's the one I played. I played Kingdom Norselands. What the fuck? And I remember this one. I remember seeing an advertisement for that. Peaceful. Oh, look at this. We get to play as different characters. Jesus. Oh my god. It's 3 enemies in a fucking thing. Dressed up. That's amazing. Oh, these are really cool characters. Are these some of the enemies you fight along the way? I kind of like this guy. He looks like an older dude. I didn't realize that this actually had, like, other games in it. A Solitary King. Whoa. You're okay. Okay. Guess we gotta make this. Okay, good. I was about to say. Oh, you know what? To be honest, this is a bit of a turn off, but I did notice a skip button. Yeah, sure. It's whatever. I'm not necessarily opposed to it. I am opposed to the fact that I can't tab. That's kind of annoying to me, at least. Oh, motherfucker. Okay. No. What the fuck? Lands unlocked, lands complete. I guess we're gonna restart that. Wait, what is it doing? Oh, was that my save file I was already on? Motherfucker. Whatever. Again, the king will... Okay. Picking up my controller. Oh, that's a lot of gold just laying around. It's literally the same game. I really thought, I don't know why, I really thought something would be different about it. Hello. I have no money. Stand here. Oh, I did have monies. Go this way? Okay. It's new. It clearly says 2 crowns unlike the other. Yeah. Clearly. I only have 2 gold. Oh, here's another gold. Oh, look at that. You got me some extra gold. Shut up. Damn bots. Oh, shit. Okay, I thought that was getting rid of that. Hello, traveler. Who's the donkey man? Oh my. What did I just do? Did I buy something from him? My. I guess we should get rid of some trees like we did last time. Mary. Oh shit, look at that. What's going on this side? Hey, there's a... Oh, it's those things. It's those things. They're back. They're back. Wow. Okay. Glad to know. Oh, fuck, they're in here! Okay. Jesus. I need to recruit people. What the fuck is this? Sorry, I don't have 4 gold. This guy give me 4 gold? Will you give me 4 gold? Yeah, come work for me. They're in the they're in the walls! They're in the goddamn walls! Oh, that was pretty quick. I feel like I need more people. I'm afraid to travel this way after those enemies just, you know, popped out. Then again, this is the direction where they showed up in the 80s version. Oh, those require diamonds. Interesting. I definitely, you know, the thing is I definitely get, like, you know, the 80s one has a certain aesthetic to it. As somebody who's, like, you know, more into medieval, you know, affair and stuff, I actually kind of like this a little better. Get another that. Get a bow. I need to get, oh shit, I needed 4 for that. Hey, you got monies for me? No. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, cool. We got some monies. Anything crazy out this way except for some oh, a statue. Interesting. I think it's a, yeah, you know what? I give you that. I will give you that. 80s like synthwave, like that, you know, electric blue and neon pink. It's a vibe. You know, it's a hell of a vibe. And I definitely agree that, you know, there's an appeal to that. So what is this? We get farmers? I mean, I don't have enough people. So I don't know what you want me to do. Good job. I mean, I got 2 gold. There's not much I can do right now. 3 gold. I mean, I kind of want to do this, but I don't have enough. It's good to see them repairing that stuff. I feel like I really need to, like, get further out there and, like, find people that I can recruit. You know what? Actually, I just had a thought. I wonder if I have to expand, like, the scope of my base first. Like, cutting down more trees and stuff. Because I think I should be able to do... Yeah, I gotta do these. Okay, let's give our guys something to do. Here he comes. Thanks, pal. Okay, that was decent. Now I can at least go and do that little campsite. Hell yeah. I like how the archer's just firing into a group of people. Convert a beggar camp into a citizen house. Interesting. Just got an achievement. Cool. So... I can't expand upon... Oh, you know what? Maybe let's get rid of this rock. Is that why it's giving me hassle? I need a farmer. You hunted 40 or more critters. Okay, that's good to know. Elements I like, such as taking care of the village, but the back and forth seems unappealing, especially distance. Yeah, that's, you know what, I'm not gonna lie, that is where my mind is, you know, especially when I played this the first time around. Like, you know, when I played the original Kingdoms, I had that thought of, like, you know, the whole concept of just going back and forth kind of seems, you know, I don't want to say dumb, but, like, tedious. I think tedious is a good word. Oh my. Fuck. I don't have enough. As you expand out, you can make extra camps. I mean, I imagine that is the case. Time. Shit. Okay, hold on. I just want to see if I have enough to upgrade my camp here. I did. All right. Oh, who's that guy? Hold on. Wait a minute, is he a farmer? No, the scythe is still there. I don't know. I don't know. It's got to appeal to someone, you know. They wouldn't make 1,000 different versions of it if it didn't appeal to someone. So that was the first 15 of Kingdom 2 Crowns. It says on its Steam page, gather coins, build defenses, and reclaim your fallen kingdom, explore and uncover secrets, unlock new technologies, and protect your own crown versus waves of greed monsters that come at night. Kingdom is a solo or co-op micro strategy and tower defense game in an atmospheric pixel world. I will say this, at least the art of it, the you know, no, I don't necessarily, I mean, the color palette is fine and all. I will agree that the 80s one had a better color palette, but like, I like medieval fantasy stuff, so at least like that appealed a little more to me. I just don't necessarily know if like I could get into a game like this, you know. I really unfortunately feel like this is gonna, it's hitting that same, like, you know, monkey part of my brain that just wants to, like, you know, do something and not just, you know, waltz back and forth like, you know, a pacing, you know, I was gonna say a monkey, but like, you know, like I'm pacing almost. I don't know. I wasn't huge into that, so I'm gonna give this 15 minutes was enough. You know, right there alongside, you know, Kingdom 80s. You know, it was fine for what it was. I want to like this in part because it has a whole series, but I'd have to get it dirt cheap. I don't blame you. I mean, it's not worth $20. Like, I get that like, if you buy, you know, 2 crowns, you get the other versions. But, like, are you really going to want to play multiple versions of that? I'm not. Now, here's what I will say, okay? And this is going to sound real shitty of me, okay? Because it's going to sound like I'm, you know, sort of stepping on the toes of, like, the design of the game. But if you made this game an idler, where like some of those farming games where they have, where it's like, you know, on the bottom of your screen or like in the corner, if you could have this game like live on your desktop and have like just a little that scenescape down at the bottom, and watching your character go back and forth, and you have like choices to make sporadically throughout it, and have it be more of a passive game that you have like a choice in, that you have like a choice in certain aspects, that would kind of be it for me, you know? I've been playing the D&D idle games. Oh, yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah. But like, that's like where my mind would go with this, is like, I wouldn't mind seeing this be like, you know, an idle game where you have to make like a choice here and there, and like you can have a more active role play with it where you're actually like moving them yourselves, or you can just kind of put them in idle mode and he goes back and forth and just collects gold and you can come back to it later. I don't know. I don't necessarily know if I could sit there and play that. And I know that's a similar sentiment of what I said last week with Kingdom 80s. You know, it's just not my bag. But with that, it's going to bring us to our third game of the night, Zenge, however you want to call it. So the only thing that I'm going to say about this, first and foremost, is that this is published and developed by a group called Hamster on Coke Games. I can't believe we just missed that on the screen. Because it just literally had a little hamster and it says Hamster on Coke. Is there no music? Oh, no, oh, okay. There is now music. All right, I guess we're going to start the timer. Zang. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry, I just need to turn this down just a hair. And I gotta do it on, Okay. Oh. I see. So that's the puzzle part to it, is that you have to, because they are in a certain spot. And, did I just close the game out? I'm sorry. I'm gonna restart it real quick. Oh, I feel like a shit. Sorry about that. I went to put my, hey, Hamster on Coke Games. I went to put my controller back on the charging dock, and it accidentally hit the escape button. Oh, I have to move that out of the way. Oh yeah, I guess I would. Okay, so this gotta go first, then this, then this, then that. Am I missing something? Like, is there a story that I'm missing? I mean, I know we didn't see anything in the very, very beginning. The Tetris blocks are coming home. As he rides the Tetramino, or is it Tetraminos? I think, yeah. I love this music. I just want to say that first off. I really like this music. Oh, the Great Orange has opened. Oh my God. Oh shit, this is the wrong one. That's gotta go there. Fuck me, okay. That's fine. That actually works. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me put that there. And then I want to do this. And then this one. That one. Or wait. No, this... Okay, hold on. This one has to... Okay, hold on. Okay. So that's right. But I need to get this back to where I was. Because that's going to go there. And this... Because I need to rotate this all now. Fuck. I feel like I fucked this up somewhere. Damn it. Okay. Okay, so this is the last one that's got to go in. And now I need to do this. But I have to get this one out of there. And actually, I got to get this one up in the corner right now. So now I can put this up there. Yeah, that's how this is how I should have done it. I went like a very back-asswards kind of way. That, this, and this. Yeah, okay. Did that other one really back-asswards. All praise the Great Orange. Not at all what you expect from a developer with that name, yeah. Okay, wait, what? Oh. Okay. So you gotta go all the way around to there. You gotta go to there, and you gotta go like that. Orange is opening. Oh my god. What? Oh! That's an interesting mechanic. So I can separate, I can take things off of their planes if they connect. Aha. Interesting. Oh no. Oh, who's that? Oh, I see which one that is. So that would mean that that needs to go like that, that goes there, that comes down, and this goes over. Whoa, that's huge! This is Tower of God? It's a great anime, by the way. The music is like so calming yet almost haunting. About the Hip Brothers? What anime? Why won't that connect? There we go. There we go. That's what I wasn't doing right. Oh, okay, I see. Holy shit. We're getting into a new dimension. What the fuck? So we've only been doing, what is that, translation? But now we're doing transposition now? I gotta say, the art being, even though it's like very minimalist, it's very pretty. Damn. Oh my god. We go ice cracking. That's just a really pretty image. Oh my god, that is such a really nice image. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh my god. All right. Time's up. So, wow. Okay, so that was the first 15 of Zenge. Again, I don't know how to pronounce it. But it is described on its Steam page as a relaxing puzzle game telling the story of Eon through gorgeous art and music. And I gotta say, you are fucking right. That was beautiful art and beautiful music. I loved it. So it actually says here on the about page, or on the further down, Zenge or Zenge, again, don't know, is a peculiar puzzle game telling the story of Eon, a lonely journeyman who's stuck between the worlds and time. The game is intended to be a relaxing experience, thus there are no points, stars, tutorials, move counters, in-game shops, or other distractors, just pure immersive journey with Eon told through gorgeous art and music. Made by Michael Hamster Pawlowski and Konrad Januszewski. Okay, I'm just gonna put these in the chat. I saw Pawlowski. I thought that said Polanski, and obviously that's my own last name, and that. But Pawlowski was the name of my my halfling bard, Lakis Pawlowski. I loved this. I loved this. This was amazing. I mean, it captures that feeling so good. Like I said, like it says, no points, no stars, no tutorials, no move counters, no in-game shots, just an experience. And it's $2. It's $1.99. This is so worth it. I love the art. Hamsteroncoke.com. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Oh, these are on the phone. These are on the phone. And you know, hey, they do all right. So damn, that is kind of crazy. Oh man, I really enjoyed those. And I will say, you know, there is definitely an appeal to this. Now the thing is here's what I'm gonna say. Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. I don't necessarily know if I can give this 15 hours, please. I don't know if at some point I would become frustrated with the puzzles. I'm going to give this a very high 1.5 hours for sure. I am going to play more of this. I really enjoyed that. Again, I don't know if I can devote 15 hours to it, but I would give this hour. I would give this at least 1.5 hours. This is great. This deserves a gold star. Fantastic. I mean, there's a lot to really like about this, and I can't express that enough. But that's gonna do it. My thing about 15 hours on this would be, is there enough? Yeah, and that's exactly it. Like, you know, I don't know if I could get to 15 hours, and if you could, you know, would you get it? Yeah, and it definitely deserves more than 15 minutes. Like, that is 100% for sure. But that is gonna do it for our 3 games tonight, folks. We had a definite difference between games here this evening between Star Renegades, Kingdom 2 Crowns, and Zenge. I'm going with Zenge. With Kingdom 2 Crowns getting 15 minutes was enough. Star Renegades getting 15 more minutes, and I mean, kind of out of nowhere, Zenge getting 1.5 hours for sure. Now, here's the thing. I, in a way, kind of regret having Zenge in here. And I only say that because I was not aware of what I'm about to show you in the relation, because as we always do, we get a sneak peek of the games we're going to be playing next week. And for the Season 8 premiere, we are going to be playing 2 of the other games from Hamster on Coke. Because next week we're going to be playing Luvox, Mazaika, and Oxo, I believe is how they are. I don't know how to pronounce them, but this is, you know, these are the 3 games that we're going to be playing next week. And the 2, that Mazaika and Oxo, those are from Hamster on Coke. So I kind of regret putting Zenge in today's episode, and wish I would have had that Laveau in there, because then we could have had a whole Hamster on Coke episode. But I am really glad that I'm also really glad that we did get the opportunity to play it this week, because it gave us that excitement now to build up for next week. That we can, you know, that we can have something really fun to look forward to. So I'm really glad that we got that. And yeah, absolutely really enjoy I'm really gonna look forward to these games. But before we creep into the end, we got to do the giveaway for the end of the night, and then announce the new game giveaway. So the winner of tonight's game, I'm trying to pull the other. Here we go. So the winner of Grime, the Metroidvania game, is Glenn. Jeez, oh man, Glenn, you are on a killing spree, my man. Damn, you just really know what to do. Holy shit, that's crazy. So hey, congratulations, buddy. I hope you enjoy Grime. And now to announce the game that we are going to be giving away this week. Now, this one is one that we also played on stream. Let me double check just to make sure I'm not talking about ass. So we actually played the sequel to this. So if you are, if you are trying to think of what it could be, well, worry no more, because we are giving away a copy of Ghost Runner. That's right, we are giving away a copy of the fast-paced platformer. There we go. The fast-paced platformer, hack and slash, free running game. So if you want to play some crazy hack and slash adventure, like I said, we played the second one, and I got a code for this one, so that is up for grabs this week. So if you are into the hack and slash speed running kind of games, definitely join the giveaway this week. Go to kelscorner.com, click the button that says join the giveaway. It's just that easy. So this would normally conclude our evening and our show for the night. But last night, Glenn sent me something that I initially laughed at him about. And he knows now, as I'm saying this, exactly what, what is to come. Because we talked about it at work tonight. But Glenn introduced me to a game called Ithia. Magic Studies. Now, at first, when he sent me the link to the Steam page, it states on there that it is a cozy background app combined with productivity tools. Customize your room and relax with lo-fi or fantasy playlists in beautiful hand-drawn environments. Perfect for a focused or creative session in a magical world. And I looked at this and I'm like, what am I looking at? And I just didn't know. I didn't know what I would like. What, was this a game? Because the look of it is, it's like lo-fi. It just looks like a custom fantasy lo-fi girl generator. I was like, I'm like, I don't know what this is. And so I bought it. It's $10. I had to. It's on sale. And so I just want to this isn't part of the first 15. This isn't, this isn't tied into, I'm not going to rate this or anything, but I just kind of want to experience this with you guys for a few couple minutes. After a long journey, you have arrived in the city of Oltak, An ancient city rich with history and magic. Despite its crumbling walls, the city is still vibrant and full of life, and the library is filled with ancient books. You're a wandering mage, and have it up while reflecting on season 7. Hey, that's not a bad option. I don't have anything set up to do a season 7 recap today, so we will actually do that next episode. That will be, or I might do it another day, like before season 8 fully premieres, like next week. I might be able to do it on like Tuesday, because right now the D&D game that I was playing it on Tuesdays is on pause for a bit. So I might actually do it on Tuesday just to have something to do. Following the tradition, you have been offered room for the duration of your studies. Create a safe space to focus and feel creative. Complete tasks and be consistent in your work. When you need a break, step beyond the city's gates and explore the beautiful landscape and the hidden wonders of the region. Access the map, use travel mode, your current level. Drag the room, change the weather, productive. Okay. Ithia Dusty Tome. So I have 3 coins that I can spend. Oh. I don't like, I'm not a huge fan of this being blue. Actually, I really like the bookcase. Oh, ooh, ooh, I love the hearth. Oh, that one's so cool. Oh, we got, oh my god, we got different kinds of lights. Oh, a fucking crystal. Oh my god. Different chairs. Holy shit. That's awesome. All right, so I am at least gonna buy one of the walls. That makes me feel like I'm in a dungeon. I kind of like this one. This one seems too red at the bottom, you know, as much as I love red, that feels like it's like too striking. I like that. I feel like I'm going to go with that in time. Elementals? What does that mean? Look for elementals in the wild. Okay. How did I miss you earn coins? You didn't. I just started with 3. Okay, let's check out the map. So we have home and we have the Ultac Cafe. Oh, what did it say on there? Stop. I want to read. Those walls are weathered and crumbling. The city remains. Okay. To-do list. Oh, this is that thing. Okay, so I was reading a little bit about this. So you are supposed to like do your own things with this, where you put like, you know, I don't know, like make first 15 thumbnails, you know, and then like record new echoes of yeah, we're not gonna write that whole thing, you know, echoes of elsewhere, and like prep for Saturday D&D. And then side quest, pet Bobo, eat last pizza slice. Thank you, Sarid. I appreciate that one. There's a Bobo down there. Bobo pet. Bobo. That's my boy. That's my boy. Okay, so I pet Bobo. And that means I get to... Oh, look at that. I earned some experience. Okay. That's interesting. Huh. This gives me a thought. I'm really curious about something now. Yeah, so that is a part of what this is. This is not only a lo-fi, you know, this is lo-fi music. Okay, it's just a literally, you can go to their YouTube channel, which is Blue Turtles, and you can actually listen to the full soundtrack there. But this is a way to kind of like, you know, gamify it in a way. And the thing is, this particular playlist right here, Scribes and Candlelight, this is a channel that this is a channel that I actually subscribe to, called Medieval Lo-Fi, and this is actually one of the reasons why I decided to grab this, is because if this is supporting the lo-fi community, which is something that I have really been a big proponent of over the years, this is something that I'm really interested in. I'm actually curious about something though. That's where the power is. Okay. All right. So we are going to check off one of these. We're going to check off one of these main quests. Okay. So if you weren't aware already, I have been doing a series. I just recently started doing this. I've been doing a series on YouTube called Echoes of Elsewhere. And it's essentially just a short series of vignettes that are from, like, not necessarily D&D, but just like fantasy realms, that are meant to give people like inspiration for their own stories and whatnot. And why won't it let me? Here we go. So if you are, I gotta fix the thumbnails. The thumbnails are completely fucked up. But if you are interested in listening to any of these, this has all three of the ones that I've done. The first one is actually based on a contest that I did over on the GM Philosophy channel, where we created different dragons, and I made one for that. But I have two of them. There's the Day the Deep Breached, and I just uploaded one 2 days ago, called The Stars We Hold Dear. And The Stars We Hold Dear is a story about a seer, a ritualist, who is kind of explaining the first time he really understood his role in kind of the grand scheme of things within this world that this character exists in. I leveled up, look at that. The world that the characters exist in, when you die, your body is turned to starlight, and you kind of return to the heavens. And so long as you are remembered, you will shine bright in the sky. And it's kind of this way that, like, you know, we each remember people in our lives and influences, and, you know, there are people that everyone remembers. Everyone remembers Gandhi, everyone remembers Martin Luther King and George Washington and Napoleon, and like all these historical figures. And if you think about it, you know, they're in textbooks. There's no capacity in which their memory can really go away. We continue to teach and talk about people, but there are people that the memory of them dies with a person. There is somebody out there who will remember someone for the last time. You know, we all know that we all know death is inevitable, but you know, there's also the inevitability that one day you will finally be forgotten. And so the Stars We Hold Dear is a vignette of how that could be manifested in a physical sense. You know, when you look up at the stars at night, you know, here in reality, you know, they're burning balls of gas, you know, light years away. But what if they were the you know, the spirit of our loved ones, those that we remember, and the ones that burn the brightest are the ones that people all over the world or the regions might remember. But there's those faint stars that, you know, that a few people remember, or maybe even just a star that is personal to you if you're the last one to remember somebody. So I've been doing these. I've really enjoyed it, and I wrote a new one. I actually wrote a couple of them at one time, and I have like 2 of them in my pocket. And as I'm, you know, talking about this, there is sort of a part of me that wonders if I should read the one versus the other. Because I actually haven't written like the full script for the one. Did I? Is this isn't it, is it? No, that isn't it. I don't think I fully finished that one. Where was it? Yeah, no, I definitely didn't finish that one. I have some imagery done for it, but I have like the general gist of it. But I don't have it fully completed, but I do have one, and I will admit, you know, kind of trigger warning, folks. It is, I wrote this one when I was having, you know, sort of a bad day. There's a bit of a sense of foreboding and dread that will underlie this. So I want to give you that heads up, before I, you know, exposit upon this. And in fact, I should have it. I thought it was a window somewhere. I must have closed it. I actually had a YouTube video that I was going to use as a backing track for it. And I think, is this the one? This might be the one. All right, I'm going to pause this real fast. And I'm going to downsize that. I think it might have been this one. Okay. I actually like just add a, you know, I actually do like the fact that this plays like some background music in the back. But I am going to turn master volume down on that. So funny enough, I'm not only doing this so I can check off that thing. I'm also doing this because I recently got a new microphone for my phone. It's a little lavalier mic, and I want to test this out. So there is a reason kind of why I'm doing this, because everything I've always done has been on my HyperX. But I want to test out this little lav mic in order to see how the quality sounds. Because if you do end up listening to the echoes of elsewhere, the stars that the stars we hold dear, if you listen closely, especially the parts where I stop talking, you will hear my fan, which is back there at the wall, going because it's hot in summer. And I full on did not consider that when I was putting it together, and unfortunately did not hear it when I was editing the video, and only heard it once I fully had the video like published. Yeah, it is, no, it's there. It's not teeny background noise. It's there. It's the sound of my it's the sound of my fan, unfortunately. But I've had these little microphones. I have two of them in this little pack, and I want to try them out. So this recording is going to be on my phone, but it's obviously also going to be through here, so you guys will still hear me. So I'm just going to record this. I'm just going to record this as is, and then this way I can import it later, and, you know, who knows when I'm actually going to get this one released. But again, trigger warning, this kind of is a little bit about helplessness, feeling like you're drowning or suffocating in a way, and just like not necessarily having control and not always being in the forefront of your own mind. The title of this is called The Hollow Host. So take that for what you will. All right, I'm going to record on my phone just to make sure. Testing. Cool. Okay. Greetings, traveler. I am the lore keeper, bound to the tales of forgotten realms. These are the fragments I have gathered, myths, memories, and murmurs from realms beyond. This is Echoes of Elsewhere. Tonight's tale unfolds not in a place, but in a person, set within the hollow halls of a stolen mind, where thought flickers like candlelight behind closed eyes. They told me it was an honor to be chosen, to carry the weight of their forgotten god into the waking world. But I remember the chains, how they bit into my wrists, not just of iron, but of belief. I remember the chanting, low and cruel, like laughter with no joy in it. I remember the circle drawn in salt and soot and bone dust, and how the stars above dimmed like eyes turning away. And I remember the cold, not the chill of wind or night, but the emptiness, like breath held forever, like standing in the shadow of something that once was vast and holy and died angry. They slit my chest and fed the wound fire and ink. I screamed, but my voice was already an echo by then. My thoughts already retreating, not shattered, but displaced, tucked away behind the eyes that no longer see mine. I watched as it stood up in my body, flexed my fingers like a puppeteer pulling taut strings. I watched it laugh with my mouth, kill with my hands, whisper damnations with my voice. I was there for all of it, buried, helpless, screaming into the silence. I thought death would be silence. I prayed for it, even clutching at the idea like a child hides behind a blanket, hoping the storm outside won't find them. But I did not die. I fell. Down and down, past thought, past voice, past memory, into a place beneath my own mind, like a basement with no stairs, a sea with no surface, drowning but never suffocating, screaming and hearing only the echoes circle back centuries later. I existed as a shadow on the edge of thought. I was the dream you almost remember, the name on the tip of your tongue, the twitch behind the eye. Time blurred. I don't know how long I floated there. At first I tried to fight, to surge up, to scratch through the murk of my own skull. I tried to seize control in moments of weakness, when the god grew tired or distracted. But it was like trying to grab lightning with bare hands, and it burned every time, and each failure cost me. First it was faces. I forgot my mother's smile, then the tune of my brother's laughter, then words, whole languages unraveled like pages torn from a burning book. I remember losing my own name. It didn't vanish. It was taken, eaten by the thing that wore me. And worst of all, I began to confuse its thoughts for my own. Its rage would bloom inside me like a wildfire. I could almost believe it was mine. Its hunger for vengeance, for resurrection, for blood and prayer, I felt it. And the terror of that moment, that sliver of time when I wanted what it wanted, when I cheered for the slaughter, when I sang with my stolen voice. So I stopped fighting it. I became a spectator, not out of peace,
but out of fear. Fear of who I was becoming in the absence of myself. Sometimes I would imagine I was nothing more than a dream, that the body had died, the ritual had failed, and that all of this was a phantom thought echoing into an empty void. I almost preferred that. A ghost of a ghost is at least free to forget. But then they came. The adventurers, the heroes, swords, spells, shining eyes full of hope. They fought it, fought me. I remember every strike, every flame, every fracture. Not pain, not quite, but the memory of what pain should feel like. And then, light. It wasn't beautiful or welcoming. It was cruel. It ripped the god out of me like a splinter from infected flesh. And for the first time, in time unknown, I was me again. Only there's nothing left of me. The body is withered, spent. Nothing but a husk that had been puppeteered too long. I felt it collapsing around me like a house finally admitting the fire had won. And now I sit here. Where here even is, I cannot say. I tell you this not for pity, nor penance, only so someone remembers. Because the worst part of it all, the part that still claws at the corners of my fading mind, is that somewhere out there, the god is still awake, and it remembers me too. And there we have it. Another echo fades. A dark reminder that even the quietest echoes can carry terrible truths. Until next time, traveler. Hey, there we go. All right, let's stop the recording. Yay. I don't know why it's listing like my recording as my home address. That's kind of crazy. I need to rename this. Is it edit recording? Yes, thank God. All right. Whew. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. You know, for a one-time reading, that was the first time that like I read it out loud, just, you know, sitting here. We're gonna go back and turn this back on. There we go. Get some lo-fi back in here. And yeah, we just recorded a new Echoes of Elsewhere, so we got 30 experience. I also realized after I was doing this that I had already eaten my last pizza slice, so that is a fact. I still do need to prep for my Saturday D&D game and make some. I need to upload. I'm actually going to replace this. Upload whatchamacallits. Upload Twitch vids. Twitch VODs. And we're gonna do another one that is make Echoes of Elsewhere video. So look at that, we got some stuff. We got 2 coins, so we're on our way. What's travel mode? I'm very curious. Where can I travel to? We can turn that off. Am I supposed to click somewhere? Oh, so this is where we're at. Oh, look at that. We have other places we can go. I kind of want to go out there. Stormlands? We got a whole area that we can explore. I don't know what travel mode... Oh, does that just move me from place to place? That's gotta be what that does. I guess we just kind of got to give it time, you know? I'm going to put it at night. Actually, yeah, we'll put it at night. That's sunrise. Interesting. Yeah, I do want to thank Glenn, especially for, you know, recommending this. So very, very kind of you, my friend, for keeping me in mind. And, yeah, so... I think that's what we're going to call it. You know, it's about 12:45 right now. I still have to go take out the trash. I do actually have to do that so I can tick that off of there. But I did, I did want to say again, oh, there's my microphone. I was wondering if I had taken that off. I do want to say thank you for, you know, sticking with me as I read off that Echo of Elsewhere. Don't know when I'm gonna have the opportunity to put that together. Maybe Saturday for like the video and stuff. But that is a series that I am hoping to maintain and continue doing. Like I said, I have another story put together that it's actually very it's in a way like it's in a way kind of similar to the first one I did, like the standalone Echo of Elsewhere, you know, the day the deep breached. But it has a little bit of a different vibe. It's not as similar as a Hollow Host, but it's kind of like a marriage between the two in a way. So, but yeah. So thank you for joining me, and I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. So I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna go take out the trash, and yeah, here's to season 7. You know, we'll have to see how things play out with that next week. Like I said, hopefully sometime in the following week I can put together a night that we can do a recap for season 7. So if not, sorry. But that's gonna do it for me tonight, folks. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. I will see you guys later. Peace out.